Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Buster's Book Reviews. Now, if you remember back in Volume 6, we had a Tami Hoag book called Still Waters. And I'm very proud of that video. Never announced this, but I posted it on Tami Hoag's fan site, and she said that she loved it. That totally made my night and my month. So that was so awesome. But anyway, now in Volume 15 here, we got another Tami Hoag book called A Thin Dark Line. Okay, it takes place in a little town in Louisiana, and you got two main characters. You got Annie Broussard, who's a deputy, and you got a detective named Nick Forcade. Now, there's this girl named Pam Bashon that got murdered. She was like slit open, her hands nailed to the floor with spikes and everything, just horrible. And Annie was the one that found her. Well, you fast forward, and you got this guy named Marcus Reynard, who was supposedly stalking her and stuff, and they think because she didn't want him, he killed her. And he gets off on a technicality because they found a ring at his house, but it couldn't be used as evidence. It belonged to Pam, but it wasn't on the arrest warrant. And so Nick had messed up, and it wasn't on the warrant. So, and he's had a bad history back in when he was a detective in New Orleans too. So this doesn't look good on his record. Well, of course, then after the trial's over and they're all standing out there, the mother of Pam, the one that got killed, the father of Pam, the one that got killed, he comes up with Marcus with a gun, going to kill him, and Nick's forced to tackle him, and Annie tackles the guy from the other side, and they all fall down the steps. Annie bashes her head, and it's just a big mess, and they stop him, they arrest him, and the other guy goes free. Well, Annie wants to be a detective, and she wants in on this case because she knows Nick ain't going to let it go. So she finds him at a bar one night, and she goes to talk to him. She tells him she wants in, and she wants his help and everything, or she wants to help him. And he's kind of mysterious dude. He talks in riddles about shadows and stuff, you know. And plus, I think he's half drunk. But then he leaves, and she ends up following him, and he's waiting outside for this guy, the guy that got off, Marcus. He comes out, and he just beats the ever-loving crap out of him. Just nearly kills him. There's blood everywhere, and he's like, stop, stop. She stops him, and she arrests him because he was going to kill him, and she takes him to the police station, and she thinks she's done the right thing. Oh, Lord, nobody else feels that way. They think she betrayed the brotherhood by arresting one of their own, and she's a traitor, and she should have just let him kill that guy because he got off on a technicality, and everybody starts treating her horrible. They call her bad names. They hang a dead muskrat, a skinned muskrat, in her locker room. They put a snake in her Jeep, and it's just a big mess for her. Well, Nick can't let go of this case, and he didn't want to stop investigating it, but he can't because he's suspended. Well, he breaks into Annie's house one night, and he talks to her, and he's actually mad at her. He thinks she set him up. He's kind of paranoid. Then he learns that she really does just want to help, so they end up being partners, that nobody knows about. And he kind of wants to use her as bait, because Reynard, he gets attached to women real easily, and he thinks and she saved his life twice, so he thinks she's like his guardian angel. So if she can get real close to him, she can maybe make him blurt out something, confess secrets, maybe find out he really did kill the girl and stuff. And so they just silently work together and work over plans in private and stuff. Well, meanwhile, while Annie's going through all the crap with the police and everything. And but as time goes on, Nick starts getting really close to her, and he really starts to care about her. And he's not used to having these feelings, He's a really internal person, and really complex, and she knows he's dangerous and kind of crazy, but still she loves him too. And finally they get together, And that's basically the main plot point. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to go through any more details or any more of the characters because there's so much, and I don't want to spoil it for you. There's a lot of other interesting characters. Some you love, some you hate. and it's just a really, really good book. And I have to say, I give it 5 stars. It was really good from start to finish. There wasn't one slow part in it. Every scene was interesting. You had all these different points of view, and it was just a good crime mystery. And I have to say that I love the character of Nick Forcade. He's just so mysterious, and he talks in a French Cajun accent, like "Oh chérie," and her name isn't actually Annie; it's Antoinette, but he calls her Toinette. He's just always so subtle and a smooth talker, and like I said, he's a little nuts, but you still like him anyway. But it's a very good book, and that I would highly recommend it. You know, and but it's a good crime thriller, and I'm looking forward to reading more of her work, and maybe someday I can get around to the Kovac and Liska series she does. Well, I guess that'll do it for this episode. I want you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and try to get some more up when I can. But that's the book for today, A Thin Dark Line by Tami Hoag. And I hope you read it, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll say, like I always do, and Chris always does, happy reading.